Hello, 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 everyone. My apologies for being late. Technical difficulties, as always. Had to reboot my phone twice to get it to cooperate. Thinking it's time to talk to hubby about upgrading the phone. I was trying to avoid that because I know that conversation won't go well, but I think it's going to have to happen because we can't be having that. But anyway, bear with me while I find us and share with our group so everybody knows we're here finally. And I appreciate everyone's cooperation here and hanging out while I get this technical stuff straightened around. Good golly. Never fails. Please go ahead and say hello once you're in and hanging out with us so we know you're here. And we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do our real quick housekeeping. Welcome to Celebration. It's the best time of the year at Stampin' Up. So we are now live with our new mini and our celebration brochure. We are featuring one of the beautiful sets here. This is the Heart Shaped. This is the one we're featuring this evening. So there's some really fun samples in here. And then I have a couple I'm going to share. Tucker, you can let yourself in. Tucker's knocking at the door. He wanted to be downstairs with Daddy, and now he's decided he wants to come up here with us. Who knew? Oh, hey, sis. So anyway, so Celebration is live. A couple things about Celebration. Of course, you know you can earn free product from this amazing little brochure by placing orders from any current product, whether it be from our last chance list, our big annual catalog, or the mini catalog. You earn free product from here. For every $60 you spend, you earn something out of this catalog you can select. Tucky made his way in. All right. Or $120. The bundle that we're featuring tonight does require a $120 order, but then you get the stamp set and the coordinating dies free with that order. The other thing fun about Celebration is joining Stampin' Up is always the best deal. You're going to get $125 worth of product. You choose whatever it is you want. It does not matter. There is no set kit. You just pick $125 from product. You pay $99 and free shipping. It's the one time you are guaranteed free shipping. Every so often, Stampin' Up does little specials where they'll do free shipping for orders of $75 or more. But this is the one time you're guaranteed you're going to get free shipping because starter kit is always free, shipped free to you. So it's again $125 worth of product, $99. Life is good. But during Celebration, they have two options for joining my team or any Stampin' Up team. Option number one, you get your $125 worth of product that you pick out, anything you want. Again, it does not matter where it comes from. As long as you can find it online, you can have it. And once you reach a total of $125, they're also going to throw in this cute little stamp set. It's called Handmade Designs. And you're going to choose 2 packs of markers, the Stampin' Right markers. It doesn't matter which 2 you pick. You can have 4 choices. Your neutrals, subtles, brights, and regals. So you can pick 2 of those 4. And it's all going to come to you again for $99 and free shipping. Or again, this is again option number 2. You can add on to that $125 in free product. You can add an additional $30 and you still pay $99. And it's again free shipping to you. So 2 ways to join for the month of July. Yeah, July. Can you tell I'm over winter? January and February. Celebration does end February 28th. So decisions. All right. Paper Pumpkin. We are Now into the February Paper Pumpkin subscription period. The January's shipped out Friday. I believe it was Friday they shipped. They'll be arriving in about 7 to 10 days. And we are now into the February kit. The February kit is called Hello Spring. And I know I'm looking forward to spring. I don't know about anybody else. I'm like over winter. They're already talking about big snows and storms and all kinds of craziness. So yeah, totally looking forward to the February kit. It is going to coordinate with our Grow with Love bundle that I featured all last week. Making those cute little, did you see this cute little seed packet? There's a die that creates this adorable little packet. And you could actually collect seeds from your garden and gift them to somebody. It's a fully functional packet. I think it's the cutest thing. I just happen to stamp mine with the mint, but there's all kinds of stamps there. Anyway, just throwing that out there. It will coordinate with that. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. You're going to get pre-cut pieces with bronze foil. It's going to be spring-themed envelopes. You're going to have coordinating colors of basic beige, bubble bath, lemon lime twist, lost lagoon, old olive, petunia pop, and your classic Stampin' Spot will be petunia pop. You can get these add-on dies, which is called Spring is in the Air. And that will coordinate with all 3 of the quarters paper pumpkins. So if you're interested in getting into the paper pumpkin, highly recommend. Everything you need is in the box, and you will have cards for every occasion, and you won't have to worry about any other supplies because everything comes prepackaged. Just want to remind everybody about the special release designer series paper. These are while supplies last. Excuse me, the paper is still in stock as of today. We are actually using the Serene Love with one of our cards this afternoon. So just so you are aware. And just so you know, too, last chance product. There's still quite a bit left. Stampin' Up! Is doing it differently this year. Instead of like on the 1st of January or whenever the new catalog went live on the 7th, I believe it was, that all the last chance stuff just disappears and you can't get it anywhere. They're leaving it available in the online store, and it can continue to sell until it's sold out. So you will find some things that are deeply discounted and available. So definitely make sure you check that out. Okay. I'll just answer that question real quick. Okay. There we are. Okay, so we are going to make 3 really cute cards, and they are featuring the Sale-A-Bration Bundle, Heart Shaped. I have 3 really cute cards. And, oops, let's get everything. I have everything stuck in packets here, so bear with me as I grab them out of the packet. And I don't lose any product while we're at it. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Let's go. All right, so our cards tonight are this little fancy fold here. This says, "My heart loves your heart." And it opens like this. You have a little 3.5 or 3.25 by 3.25 inch space here to write. Then it opens up into a full-size card as well. So you have lots of space to write everything. Oh, hey, Lori, so glad you could join. So there's that one. So that'll be card number 1. Card number 2 is also a fun fold. So this one opens like so. So again, lots of space to write. And this is our little thank you card. And then this one here says, "My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped." And we're going to change this one up when we do it. I reversed the colors because there is a little stamped vine back here that I used. Can't remember the name of the color now. Just like what out of my head. But it's a really light pale green. Well, I'm reversing it. I'm doing the old olive stamped and then that color. Goodness gracious. It's going to bug me now. In the cardstock. So it'll pop a little bit better, I think. I don't know. That's what we're going to do. If anybody wants to remind me of the name of that green, it's really, really pale. And I love it. It's so pretty. But I can't remember the name. Like, my brain can't hold all this information anymore. Okay. We're going to start with this card here, this little fun fold. And I do have a little sticky here, so if you do need one or want to take a screenshot of measurements, I know it's difficult to see because it was a green pen on this blue paper, but what we have is a card base that is 5.5 by 10.5, or by 10, 5.5 by 10, and it is scored at 4 1/4 and then 8.5. So we're going to get our bone folder. Here it is. And we're going to fold on those square lines. And then like so. So that just kind of tucks like that. Then I have another piece of fresh freesia. That's the color of this. This is 3.5 by 7, and it's scored at 3.5. So we're just gonna fold that in half. Then we have a piece of basic white. This measures 4 by 5 1/4, and that is for the inside of our card. So we're going to go ahead. And I do apologize, like I said, for coming late. Hopefully we can get through these pretty quickly. But my phone was not cooperating at all at going live. I had no, like the camera wasn't working. It said I had entered the studio, but there was no image. So we had to reboot twice to get it to work. All right. So now I have some designer series paper. Now this is from, let me show you. This is called the Beautiful Bokeh 6x6 designer series paper. And we have all these beautiful colors and designs, and it's all that bokeh look, which is a photography trick, I guess you could say, where you get these like little bubbles and circles and lights and really cool images. And then on the back side, we have all these like watercolor designs. Love this paper. That is absolutely gorgeous. It does go with the butterfly set that I was showing early on when I was giving sneak peeks. So the first piece here I have cut is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the second piece is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And that's for that little area there. And then I have some scraps here. I have a scrap of mossy meadow to cut out our vine, heart-shaped vine. I have a scrap of white for our sentiment. I have a little piece of Daffodil Delight for our flower stem, and then a little piece of fresh freesia for our flower petals. All right, so now we're going to continue putting things together, and I think I did forget to cut the white. All right, so I'm just going to run over here and grab some basic white. We need 2 pieces that are 4 1/4, 3 1/4 square. So bear with me for just 1 minute. Okay, we're back. We do have now our pieces. All right, so we're going to set those aside. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive to our designer paper. Again, this paper is so pretty. And it is a 6x6 pack. I love 6x6 packs. And of course, I love my 12x12s as well, but the 6x6, they're easy to work with. And I find I don't end up with as much of it left over. Unless I hoard it. Some paper, I end up finding that I hoard, even though I know there's more where it came from. But I'm always like afraid that it'll be discontinued, and then I'm gonna want it for something, and I won't have it, so I hoard it, and it's just not the thing to do. Okay, so there's our base. Now we can bring in our little extra card here, I guess you could call it. We're going to add our inside. And again, you're looking to get equal borders on all 4 sides. There we go. And then this is going to go on to the front here. So we'll go. That's not going straight at all. Still not. What the heck? Is this thing cabby? All right, let's try this again. Okay, that's better. Oh, goodness gracious, sometimes. Okay, there we go. Next, I have some celebration ribbon. This is also free with a $60 purchase. This is some seam binding ribbon. It is in the color of Fresh Freesia. And we are just going to tie it into a bow. I don't know. You don't see my tweezers over here. Oh, there they are. I do have them here. just going to use those tweezers to be our third hand and hold that right there. And then what the? And then, of course, as always, we just fuss with our little bow a little bit, get our snips. We're just gonna cut our tails. Okay, sticking to me. There we go. No, still sticking to me. Okay, apparently there's some static. Okay, but beautiful ribbon. It is free with a $60 purchase. All right, so there's our pretty little ribbon attached. Then we're going to take our, do I have any over here? Yes, tear tape. And I'm just going to put it on this edge here. I'd like to take my bone folder and just burnish that tear tape down to make sure it's adhered really well. And then I just use my pokey tool. Pull that up. And then this is just going to go along this edge here. You want to get it as centered as you can. There we go. And now that opens like so. And that opens that way. All right, next. We got all of our little pieces here. For this, we need our heart. We're going to bring up our baby boss. And then we have our pretty little vine heart shape. Then we're going to put our heart back, and we want this flower, and we want this stem. And put our stem on the Daffodil Delight. And our pretty little flower is going to go on the fresh freesia. And run those through. get our little pokey tool here. We're just going to poke that out. And that. Okay, so then bring this back. We need, where did I put my little, oh, there it is. Oh, our little fine tip glue. Ooh. Okay. So for our fine tip glue, we're just going to go ahead. Uh-oh, did we dry up in that tip? I'm going to have to get a needle, I think, and unplug this. But I'm not doing that today, so we're going to pull out our glue. And we're just going to use extreme caution. And we're just putting little dollops. Just like that. And then like that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with our little stem here. And then for the little flower, I went ahead with a little glue dot. Let's see, there's one right there. And that will go like that. And then to finish it off, also a free with a $60 purchase celebration item. These are the purple adhesive backed sequins. And they are so pretty. And I love these. I might tend to get a little heavy-handed with them because I love them so much. But that's okay. On this card, I didn't. I was actually just used one of these little white ones and just stuck it right there. And then to complete this card, we just need a sentiment, which we're going to do right now. We have our basic white scrap and my heart loves your heart. And we're going to use Mossy Meadow for that. Stayed neutral. Oh, hey, Sue. So we have Mossy Meadow and My heart loves your heart. And we're gonna... Actually, that looks a little curved. Why does that look curved? Okay. My heart loves your heart. Okay, close this up. And these lovely little dies have this sweet little tag, if you will. And we're going to go ahead, get that lined up nicely, and then we're going to bring in some tear tape. Or not tear tape, but Post-it tape. Oop. Run that through the baby bus. And there's our little sentiment. A little crooked, but not too bad. We need little tiny, there we go. We need the little dimensionals. We're going to use 3 of them. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Peel the backings. And that is going to go right there. And that takes care of our first card. Ta-da! All right. Moving right along, we're going to move right into card number 2, which is, ooh, my cards are getting lost. This here fun fold. This is our thank you card, which folds like so. And for this one, I also have measurements for you. So again, hard to see, but if you can see them or blow them up, you're welcome to take a screenshot. We have a piece of mossy metal that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's your quarter cardstock. Well, thanks, sis. I'm glad you like that one. Then I have here an old olive base. This measures 4 1/8 by 11. So it's 11 inches long, 4 1/8 across. And the score marks are made at 2 7/8, and then you spin it around and you do 2 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead, my bone folder, and do our little burnishing here. Then I have a piece of basic white for the inside that measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive and go ahead and adhere this to the inside of our card. like so. Okay, next. We have a, I'm not even sure what I cut that at. It's a little over 3 inches. I think I cut it at 3 1/4. I did, because we're going to run this through our Baby Boss with our Stitched Shapes square die, the largest one. So that'll take care of that. And then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. This measures 4 inches by 2 5/8. And that is for on this bottom panel right there. And this comes from the Serene Love 12 by 12. This is one of the papers that is while supplies last. It was a special release. And again, it has some beautiful designs in here. We have this almost like looks like a peony almost to me. This is the piece we're using right here. And it's Old Olive. Then you have Night of Navy. And then you have these beautiful stripes in the Night of Navy. And there's this pattern in Night of Navy in this one. And then we get into Lost Lagoon, this pattern. And then the back side of that one is this design. And then we have this here floral in the Lost Lagoon, followed by this diamond pattern. And then we get into the pieces that are in the Old Olive. So really have enjoyed playing with this paper quite a bit. So anyway, this piece, like I said, measures 4 inches by 2 5/8. We're going to go ahead and our adhesive, and that's going to go right here on this panel. Just like that. Okay. Next, I do have just a scrap piece of paper here. And we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to take this part here, and there's like a stamp that has these 3 little flowers on it. I'm going to take my Old Olive, and we're just going to randomly make sure you twist so that your flowers aren't always going in the same direction. Turn. And that's how you're going to get a nice random pattern. And one there. I think we're good. All right, so we can clean this up. All right, so that's all set. I'll go ahead and close up that for the moment. We're going to bring in our Baby Boss. So we're going to cut out our square. All right. And this is about as big of a die you would want to put on your baby boss. Anything bigger, you're going to want to go to your big boss. But this does work. It's just tight. Okay, why isn't this? It does usually work. Let's drop it down just a smidge. There we go. All right, now we have our nice little square. I can go back with those. All right. Okay, now we need our heart-shaped vine. And we want to put our square on the diagonal. So we're going to have it diamond shaped. And we're going to bring back our old olive. Ink up. Our heart. And yep. Isn't she pretty? Close that up. Keep that close by because we're going to need it again. Oh, goodness. Now I have Petunia Pop. And we are going to find our thank you. And right in the center of our heart, we're going to stamp our thank you with Petunia Pop. And that does pop. Okay. We're moving. We're cruising. Our last card goes super, super quick. So bear with me. All right. So now for this, we're going to keep our adhesive all above those points. So we want to make sure we're staying above those points. And those points are going to help us determine where. So right there, you're going to line those points up with the fold of our card right there. So now that goes down like that. Okay. Now we just need to stamp and cut our three little flowers there. So let that go. There we are. Okay, I just have a little scrap here. I'm going to find our three little flowers. We want our Petunia Pop. We're going to stamp those little flowers down like so. clean that stamp off. And find our coordinating die. That goes there. So that's that right there. Ooh. Let's see if we can't get everything lined up nicely. Okay. Baby boss. Plates. Run them through. There they are. Okay. Cooking now. All right. So now these are going to attach. And again, I'm just going to use a little of my liquid glue here, just a smidge. We're going to put those in those upper curvature of the heart. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to attach this to our card base. And we are out of adhesive, so we are now moving into liquid glue. And that's just a very tiny border of the mossy metal peeking out from the... All right, and then to finish this, we're going to grab our pretty purple sequins. And I am going to use these petunia pops. Come on. There we go. There we are. And that finishes card number 2. It is a pretty set. I can't disagree with you there on that one, Sue. Actually, it's probably one of the best celebration ones I've seen. All right. So, moving along. There. Our final card of the evening. And like I said, this one is so simple. There's not even real layers to it. We have basic white. It's a thick basic white card base. 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and fold on that score line. Make sure everything's centered here. Press that out. Okay. I have, oh my goodness, the green. I cannot remember the name of this green. Soft Seafoam. There it is. It just popped in my head. Soft Seafoam. So I stamped the Soft Seafoam and then cut out the old olive. This time I'm going to stamp the old olive and cut out the Soft Seafoam because the Soft Seafoam got lost behind the old olive. So this time we're going to make it pop. So we're going to switch it up. I also have a little scrap here for my little bubble bath flowers. So we're going to grab our heart again. Oh, you know what? I did forget. We're going to start with this, our sentiment. And we need our Memento black ink pad for that. So we're going to start with that before we do anything. So we're going to get our sentiment. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. So you're going to get that all inked up. And then down here in the lower right-hand corner, I'm going to bring it down here so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. You're going to stamp your sentiment. And there it is. Okay. Thanks, sis. I like those colors together too. I thought they were pretty. Okay. Now we want our old olive ink pad. Bringing that back. Now we're going to ink up our heart in the old olive. Okay. Now we're going to stamp right here directly onto our card base. So pretty. I love this set. It just makes me happy. I think what I like about it is it's not overly Valentine. You know, yes, it's a heart. You could use it for anything or just thinking of you. I mean, literally. It doesn't have to be anything overly anything. It's just a nice set. Okay, so now I have my viney heart. And now I'm going to cut out the Soft Seafoam. This. We're almost done. And look how easily that just cuts it out, pops out. Nothing difficult there. And you definitely could back this with adhesive sheets. I just didn't bother. I'm just using my liquid glue here. Just being very, very light-handed with the glue. Or as light-handed as I can be, I guess you could say. Just letting a little out. Come on. There we go. Just little tiny dollops. And the trick is don't squeeze too hard and pay attention to when it's starting to come out as you're squeezing so you know enough to let off the pressure. Because if you keep the pressure on, this glue will fly all over the place. And we will not discuss how I know the answer to that. trust me, I've cleaned up plenty of adhesive glue specifically to know what I'm talking about. Okay. So now this just lays right on top. Yes, this definitely much better. Like I said, I stamped it in the lighter color, but that stamped image got completely lost. Now, this time you can actually see it in the background. Much better. I like that a lot better, actually. But, I mean, it's still pretty. This one's just prettier. Okay. Next. Where? Oh, where? There it is. Have my little scrap. Got to bring back my 3 little flowers again. This time I'm using Bubble Bath. I wanted to keep this one a little more soft. So there's the Bubble Bath. Okay, we need those little dies again. There we are. Okay. Bring back that baby boss. And plates. We're not doing too bad considering I got started so late because of my phone misbehaving. There's our pretty little flowers. Okay, so for these, where did I? We need our glue dots again. Let's put a glue dot on that. And there. And they're going to go right there. And then to finish, we're bringing back our pretty little sequins. And then this time we're using these pretty Bubble Bath and the white. Use the little white one in here. I did get a little crazy with this one, but you know what? Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Oop, come on. Stick. Okay. There is our final card. Well, thank you, Sue. I do like them both, but I think this one here is my favorite. I think this one has a little more depth to it because of the 2 tones. Because like I said, unfortunately, the soft seafoam ink got swallowed up by the old olive die cut, where by reversing the colors, this one I think really popped it. But still love them both. So there's card number 3. We'll bring everything back in. There's card number 2. And again, that petunia pop just pops. And then we have our fresh freesia here. Well, thank you, sis. Glad you liked them. Well, that is all I have for you today, my friends. I am so excited that you were able to come hang out with me, and I appreciate you having such patience while I figured out my technical issues. But I appreciate you very, very much, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for coming to hang out on this lovely Sunday. I hear there's more snow coming for those of my central New York friends and family. I was watching the news this evening and about to cry, but it's all good. It's all good. Not. They're calling for like another 12 to 24 inches over here. Like we just got 6 flipping feet. Oh well. Anyhow, have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Have a great rest of your evening and an even better week ahead. Bye for now.